Cancer, welcome to your general reading for the month of October with me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. So this one is for Cancer, dealing with Cancer, wherever you got Cancer in your chart, this is your reading. So be open to receive whatever brought you here. There is a message here for you. I'm going to draw some cards, clarifying end off with a card draw from my favorite oracle deck, which is also by a fellow Cancerian. So that's really, really amazing. All right, let's draw you some cards. In reverse, death card energy. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. What are we holding on to? It seems like there's a beautiful natural progression that is happening over here, but some fear crept in the back door here. Okay, some fear crept in the back door here, and you want to pause and see what that is. There are a lot of shifts that are taking place during the month of October, my beautiful Cancerian, and a lot of those shifts are very rough. They are crazy rough, and you may have this experience during the month of October where it seems like everybody's got everything together except for you. Okay, and you cannot be more wrong. All right, we're going to get into the reading a bit, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit. I'm going to go into that a little bit for you more. But there are crazy energies that are happening, and I mean, just in the beginning of October already, on October the 2nd, there's that new moon eclipse, that coincides sort of like, with sort of like the day of like the ancestors. So you are going to feel a lot of energy, a lot of emotion across many different dimensions. And it's going to be very, very important for you, Cancer, during the month of October to really just take a chill pill, honestly. You're going to have to breathe. You want to have to really look after your wellness. You want to really be there for yourself, because the energy in October, it's going to be crazy. On October the 17th, there is the full moon in Aries, which is the new beginnings energy. It is the largest supermoon of 2024. So it's a lot of energy. And Aries are really, really beautiful. Aries are one of my favorite zodiac energies that there are. But for Cancer energy, even just a strong placement of Cancer in your chart, Aries energy can become a lot. It can become draining because they're like this, they're all over the place, they're like like I have started real sometimes. So and everybody's in this reset energy, and so your empath energy, like seriously, your empath energy is just like accelerated and activated and crazy. It's all over the place. All right. If it's your first time here, my beautiful Cancer, I would like to welcome you. I hope that you will consider subscribing. If you are coming back, from my heart, I would like to thank you for your support. Thank you very much, my fellow Cancerians. All right, let's get you some more cards. Amazing, Cancer, if you are open to all the support that the universe can give you throughout October, because you're going to need it, then, and you are saying yes to that, and I want you to place your hands on your heart to take a nice deep breath and say yes to it. For some of you, you've already started to feel energy that was very crazy and almost like very debilitating. Some of you may have really started to kind of doubt yourself in a strong way, okay? But here's the beauty of it all with Four of Pentacles. Even though, and this is quite interesting, all right? And I'm going to actually say that this might be the most interesting months of your life, because you may simultaneously have the experience that it feels like your life is falling apart, but around you, everything is unfolding quite beautifully. What I am going to say to you during the month of October, Cancer, is be careful who you speak to. Be careful who you confide in. Be careful who you tell things to. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there might be some people that you say things to, and they might sort of, from their perspective, because sometimes Cancer energy is a little bit hard to grasp, especially for sort of like our air signs and our fire signs. It's a little bit difficult for them to grasp it sometimes. And they might see you as a little bit of a whiny person, because evidently things are going well, and you might try to speak to them in like kind of like saying, like, I feel so challenged, I feel so overwhelmed, everything is going well, but I can see everything is going well. My bank balance is confirming that everything is going well. My life, everything around me is confirming that everything's going well. But inside, I feel like I'm falling apart. And those people might feel like you are just whining. So if you are going to confide in someone, you might want to take a moment and breathe and make sure that you explain it in a way that they can understand. But I'm going to say, rather try your best to seek out a fellow peer. Okay? And it's quite interesting that, a lot of times, and it's difficult for many people to understand this, but if it's possible, try to find a fellow Cancerian to speak to, or maybe like a Virgo that is very sort of like mature in their energy, even a Sagittarius that's very mature in the energy. So anybody that's very mature in the energy, to speak to them, because they will get it, they will understand. And because for many of you, you will literally just need a shoulder to cry on, and even if it can be one of those shoulders they don't really quite get what's going on, they like, okay, I don't really get it, but they're going to be there for you. Those are the best kind of friends. That's the best kind of support. That's the support that you want to seek out. And this might not be your partner, the person that you are dealing with. I have to tell you that if you are single during this month, it might be an especially challenging month for you. All right? If you are with someone, it is a month during which some connections might come to an end. All right? I am going to ask you to, now you're going to use your own prerogative here, Cancer, but I'm going to ask you to just be mindful to not be too quick to either get into a connection or to step out of a connection. Don't be too quick to do either one of those two, because the energy is erratic, and you might find yourself feeling this way the morning, 2-3 hours later you feel a different way. It might still be morning, so be very mindful with your actions. You might want to, as much as possible, you might want to actually consciously take some time to yourself and be with yourself, my beautiful Cancerian. Because there is an energy during this month where, the thing, Cancer, sometimes where your mouth can land you in trouble when you're not in the best space, and afterwards you're like, oh my goodness. And it's one of those things where you apologize, but things are never really quite the same again. This is one of those months for you. Okay? You may have realized that maybe it's time to call things to an end with a certain person, but you might feel very sort of inclined to give that another try. This month you want to be very careful of falling into that web of manipulation that sometimes, Cancer, you can sometimes fall into. Okay? So you want to be, you want to be mindful. Also, it's Halloween towards the end of October. And obviously with Halloween, there's an opening to the spiritual realms and stuff like that. There's just a lot of energy going on. But yet, through it all, you are somehow building a happy family life. You are growing closer to your friends. I get to see, I get a sense that during this month, you get to see who your real peers are. You get to see who's really your people. Now, this is not so much of a judgmental thing. This is more, in the sense of happy family life with the 10 of Cups. This is more getting some clarity because, I don't want to scare you. I just want to be honest with you. There's no need to be afraid. But this might be one of the worst months in your life in the sense that it's challenging energy-wise, So you get to see who can really be there, with you during the times when you are just, in the depths of it. Okay? And so there is some clarity that's coming about. There's some shifts that's coming about, but it's a tough month. I'm going to be honest with you. I see a tough month ahead for you. All right? October is a challenging month for you. But yet, it sort of sets you up for, a lot of success going forward. So we're going to see what happens with the future readings going forward. I'm also going to do a reading for the rest of 2025 for you, But what I do see though is that maybe November and December, even January 2025 and February, which can be quite challenging for others, might then actually become some of the best months for you. You know, so you might really step into your space as a healer and as a support for others. So it seems like there's a lot of preparation that is happening for you as well. Let's clarify this reading, my beautiful, beautiful fellow Cancerians. Let's see what we got. If you are open to beautiful spiritual growth, standing in your power, growing in your power, being your power, then, and maybe learning to read cards, then go ahead and check out the links for my courses down below in the description. They're very good. They're created with lots of love. First couple of lessons are free, so go check them out. So you've got the Two of Wands. You may be in a space during October, Cancer, where all you want to do is move. You know, you might be like, I'm done with everything, I'm done with everyone, I just want to move. I want to pack up my bags and, you know, backpack through Europe or Africa or Asia or whatever, you know, I'm just out of here, you know. You may say, I want to take my dog or my cat or my laptop or my whatever, and I'm just out of here. I'm going to say to you, be careful of, you know, running after the green pastures here during the month of October. So again, I would be, even though emotions can be your best friend, Cancer, I'm going to be very mindful, if I were you, during the month of October, to make big decisions based on how I feel, based on feeling constricted and confined and, you know, nobody understands me and nobody supports me. And I'm very familiar with that feeling, you know. So don't worry, this is not a judgment. There is the possibility for change and movement. There's some beautiful possibilities here, but I would wait before I sign on the dotted line, okay? If I were you, most certainly, I will wait before I sign on the dotted line, you know? I will wait until at least the middle of the month, okay? Before I make very big decisions about shifts and changes, even long-term deals, even if they seem really, really good, now obviously you're going to have to use your own discernment over here. But if you feel that something is fishy and off, it most likely is. Okay? So this is going to be a month where you don't want to follow your emotions too much. This is a month in which you're going to want to use your logic in the sense of common sense, logic in the sense of the brain. Okay? And if you do need to make a tough decision, then maybe that, you know, that Virgo, even in Aquarius, you know, as I mentioned before, that enlightened Sagittarius, mature Sagittarius, it might be a good thing to speak to them. Just make sure that they themselves are in a good space. Okay? Remember, we all have different placements in our chart. But this is a month where you might need to make some cold, hard decisions, but you want to make those based on fact. All right? Not so much on feeling and emotions. This is the one month where feelings and emotions can sort of take you into quite a neon red zone there. Okay? So I suppose this is the one month we would say to you, don't trust your feelings. Trust your head in this one. Trust your brain in this one. Okay? Ask your healthy brain. Ask your logic. Okay? Clarifying the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Swords. So there are some past situations that are coming up here. It seems like some people are trying to manipulate you. You may have needed to cut some ties. You needed to maybe have made some changes. It seems like some people are trying to almost like, you know, in not a nice way, manipulate you by holding your past against you. By maybe seeing a spot where you are vulnerable and then trying to use it to your benefit. There does seem to be those kind of energy vampires in your life. And above all, it's so amazing. Cancer, this is so you. This is so you during a turbulent time when things are going crazy. This is so you, where you may meet the love of your life very unexpectedly. Okay? You may meet the love of your life, you may get married, You may realize that you might want to have more with someone that's just a friend. You may just get some clarity when it comes to love. Even if you're with a partner, you may get some real clarity about the situation that you are in. And that clarity can either be that you definitely want to be with them or you definitely do not. Okay? But I do see very happy outcomes here for you. You may have, if you've been in a connection, you may have been sort of like almost like sacrificing your soul quite a bit. And I see that even if you explain it to someone, if they're like, well, why do you leave me? You're like, I've been sacrificing my soul for you, you know? In the other end, for those of you that have been single for a while there, you may find that love of your life. And for those of you that are recently single, you may decide that you just want to remain single, okay? Knight of Wands, beautiful emotional breakthrough in the sense of stability, financial stability. So when I say emotional breakthrough, for those of you that are watching that don't know anything about Cancer, when Cancer ain't got no money in the bank, Cancer is not a happy chappy. It's just true, you know. Cancer likes stability in the home space, and the bottom line is we live on planet Earth, and the reality is that we need money to be able to do things. So there is a beautiful breakthrough happening for you in money, but because of that, because I see it as a huge financial breakthrough, okay? So because of that, Cancer, you may decide, like, you know what, I've always wanted to buy myself a house or a boat or a Ferrari or book a trip abroad or whatever the case may be. And I'm just going to do this now because I am worthy and deserving of. That is those emotional decisions that you want to be mindful of. Okay? Leave the money in the bank. It's safe there. If you don't feel that it's safe in the bank, buy yourself gold bars, you know, or whatever. But, you know, be very mindful of sort of be very mindful, because this is what I'm getting. This huge financial breakthrough is happening at a time when your emotions are just combobulated all over the place. So you may just feel that you just want to buy yourself out of things. That is the last thing that that's the last thing that I'd recommend for you. You want to maybe wait until about the 20th, 25th, actually is even better, 27th. So way more towards the end of the month. Okay, when the world's in a lighter flow with Halloween and stuff like that. If you want to splurge on something, splurge on a funky Halloween outfit, and you don't have to splurge for your friends as well. Okay, Ace of Cups, your soul is ready for new, your soul is ready for more. So this is beautiful. There's a beautiful, it's like you do this quantum jump, this spiritual quantum jump. So again, right person coming into your life, right group coming into your life, right support coming into your life. Very, very beautiful. So if you need support, it's right there for you, and it's people that want to have your back. With the 10 of Cups there, with the Hierophant energy, there's some shifts that need to take place there. A little bit difficult. You are going to a next level in your life. It is beautiful. For a little while there, I feel that you're kind of walking the path of life alone, even if you get into a relationship, where if anybody balances the checkbook, you do it yourself. I feel that's very good for you. You get into a real sense of empowerment. But there are some emotional challenges to face. So still, those people that have been trying to manipulate you emotionally, they're not really giving up. Okay, they're coming for you again and again and again and again. All right, it's like I can almost say like an ant going for honey, or like an ant going for sugar. They're coming at you again and again and again and again and again. So you might need to finally become unreachable for certain people. Okay, you got to make it impossible for them to reach you, basically like that. Okay, might be difficult, might be very difficult, but I see it as very necessary. And then drawing for you from this beautiful oracle, the Dreamweaver's Oracle, by beautiful fellow Cancerian Colette Baron Reed. Place the crystal there. That's my healing crystal to send you some healing love from my heart to yours. I recently created the most beautiful online course using this oracle deck for personal development, stepping into your strength, standing in your strength, being your strength, psychic development, learning how to read oracle cards. You can check it out. It's over 11 hours long, but it's broken down so beautifully. No, not 11 hours. What is it? It's longer than that. It's about 20 hours actually. Over 11 weeks. But it's like 20-minute lessons. Monday to Friday. Beautiful quote. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. In the middle of the bridge. Yeah, this pretty much explains where a lot of you are going to be during the month of October. So you're making that quantum jump. It's almost like kind of standing with both feet in two different worlds. And this is a space where you just want to do the basic things. Meditate even if you don't feel like it, even if you just sit there. And the peace doesn't come, just sit there and like, inner peace, you'll want to come, here I am, take a nice hot shower. You know, that sort of thing. Spend some time out in the sunlight. Just try your best to eat healthier. This is a month where your bad habits are going to want to come out like nobody's business. You want to just be there for yourself with kindness in the space in between. Okay? Remember, it will pass. It won't stay there forever. And once you're done with that, oh my goodness, you're stepping into so much power. Your life is about to get better in a beautiful way, but I see it as more towards the middle of November. Okay? The shift is rough, but the shift is fast, because what may take other people weeks, months, and even years are taking you a couple of days, you know, a couple of weeks actually. So be kind to yourself, my beautiful fellow Cancerians. It is going to be a rough month for you. If I were you, I would also look at definitely go look at the reading for my moon sign, for my rising, my ascendant, even my Venus possibly. And I just wish you all the best. May you have a beautiful month. May it still be beautiful for you. May you get all the kindness, love, and support that you need, you're worthy and deserving of. And just be kind to yourself. Let me know where in the world we are connecting from. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to connecting with you on the next video.